Hello guys, and today we're going to be reading the Joe creepypasta that I just made up 2 minutes ago. And here's how the creepypasta starts. Johnny, yeah, that's his name. Yeah, that's his name now. That's his name. Johnny wakes up after a hard, cold day of work because I don't know how job works. And he goes home. And he goes and he gets on his computer when a man at his window is staring at him, and he's all broken and I don't know. I think he's homeless. I'm pretty sure he is. Anyway, he goes in there and he says, "Oh, who did this to you?" And then the guy goes, he's like, "Oh, okay, so I'll tell you who did this to me, but you have to promise that you don't ask who this man is." So the guy's like, "Okay, so." He said that a man named Joe gave me ligma. So, the guy was quite obviously like, "Oh, this guy's joking." So he's like, "Man, I know what the ligma joke is." But he decided that he was gonna just go along with it. So he went, "Ha ha ha ha, that's funny. I know what the ligma joke is. So I can't ask who this guy is. What's his name again?" And then the guy goes, his name is Joe. His name is Joe. Okay, so the guy's like, all right. So his name is Joe. So the guy's like, ha ha ha. Okay, so I'm gonna ask this guy who this guy is, right? So he goes and he's like, all right, bro, who's Joe? So the guy stares at him and says, "You've summoned him." He was like, "Who have I summoned?" And the man stares at him, and he looks out the window, and he's like, "Who is that?" And then the man said, "All right, Joe Mama." So now that Joe Mama has been summoned, she will now have no choice but to then pull off her chancla and then continue to chase you around the house with it. But the creepypasta doesn't end there. So he runs away and he escapes Joe. So now he's sitting here like, dang, this is terrifying. And he's like, well, now that you've escaped Joe, you're now going to have to deal with the other one. And he was like, "The other one? Which one is the other one?" So the man looks at him in the eye and he says, "You must, again, do not say this guy's name." So he was like, "Okay, what's his name?" He goes, "It's Yuri." So the guy's like, I feel like he's still pranking me. He's like, "What did Yuri do to you?" He said, he took me to Sakon. So I was like, oh, I know what this joke is. So I guess that he got my mom to be fooled and tricked by him. So he goes and says, "Oh, okay, I understand." It's like, "Then who's Yuri?" And now he's really mad. He looks at him and says, "You're retarded!"